Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dawn, giving them all dressed like $1,000,000, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh, yeah. Everybody out there listening to me, put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey. Oh, listen, Steve Harvey. Why don't you join me? Yeah. Steve Harvey. Get on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, join in with me. Come with me, help me say. Turn your radio on. You gotta. Turn it on. Yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. I know y'all can hear me on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Turn them up. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them up. Steve Harvey turn them on to the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only. Steve Harvey got a radio show. Man, oh man, oh man. Whew. Hey, today I just want to say something that I don't think I've ever shared this way before. The title is very simple, and that is, it's been worth it to me. You know, I just kept thinking that this morning, that it's all been worth it to me. And what I mean by that is this relationship that I have with my Heavenly Father, it's been worth it to me. I can't even tell you the value that it has had in my life. I can't tell you how it's helped me to understand not only my purpose, but to better understand my past. That's critical, man, because I'm grateful for that, because so many people can't get beyond their past, an event, a set of circumstances, some calamity that besets them. Maybe it's been grief, something. But it ties so many people up. It's been so worth it to me. It's been worth having someone to go to when no one else was there. Do you understand what I'm saying? It has given me a place to go when no one else has been there. Oh, hey, man, we pulling for you. Hey, man, hang in there. Hey, man, keep your head up. All of that. But I got to tell you, man, you get yourself in some circumstances and situations in this thing called life when no one can help you but God. When the only person that could possibly understand or know what you're feeling is God. The only person that'll sit there with you through it all and understand everything about it has been God. It's been worth it to me, man. It's been worth it to me. It's been the biggest improvement in my life. I mean, man, as I look back over my life, man, forming a strong bond with God has been the most beneficial thing to me. You know, these things you read in writings in the Bible or whatever you're reading. You know, when you read scriptures and things of that nature, it's been around a long time. It holds so much truth to it. I mean, man, it's like, how could this have been written so long ago and still pertain directly to today? I mean, that's amazing. That is amazing to me. That has to be God at work. To have written something so complete, so dead on point, that if you read it today, it means exactly what pertains to today. That's amazing, man. That's why my spiritual walk, it's just worth it to me. And I keep saying it's worth it because if you sitting out there and you tripping like I was tripping, deciding, I got a few more things I want to do, a couple more girls I want to holler at, couple more things I want to get into. I got a couple more deals I want to do. I got a little bit more dirt I want to roll up on me a little bit first I wish I had known. I really wish I had understood exactly what forming a relationship with God would do for me. It's been worth every person who out there who hating on me, that don't even know me. It's because I have a relationship with him that I'm fine with that. I don't care for it, but it ain't going to stop me, though. See, because I know for a fact that haters make you greater. I know for a fact that haters validate your mere existence. I know for a fact that half of them is out of envy and jealousy because of something you're doing that they wish they could do or they want credit for. So they just, anything, all that, bam. And now you just all over the place with people. Man, I'm so grateful for this relationship that it has not allowed outside influences that do not have my best interests at heart to throw me off course. It has just been worth it. And if you're sitting out there and you're wondering about the benefits of it, I can't even tell you what it's like to know that when bad things are happening to me, the calming peace that I feel, that I know that that's going to be all right too. That I know that this too shall pass. That I know in my heart of hearts, man, that there's got to be a reason for this. And if I can just hang on in there, he going to unfold that for me. And he going to let me see it. But the number one thing I always know is I'm going to survive this one too. That this too shall pass. It has been worth it to me, man, to have this thing called faith, which is the belief in things that you cannot see. And to know, man, along the way that, oh my goodness, man, even though I don't know what's next, or even I'm not really sure about the next step, I do know for a fact that some more is coming. I do know for a fact, it is a fact that God will take care of me. It is a fact that he will never, ever leave me or desert me. If I just stay here where I'm supposed to be, he's coming. The Calvary's coming over the hill. He coming over the hill, and when he come over that hill, he gonna wipe out all this mess down here that's trying to hurt me. That I don't have to worry about my enemies anymore. That my enemies that are all around, you can surround me. You can shoot all the arrows you want. Now, it's not to say that none of them ain't going to come close, and I ain't going to say that, I ain't going to be a little under some pressure, a little nervous about being shot at so hard. But at the end of the day, I know this for sure. Ain't none of them going to stick in me. You can shoot them, but ain't none of them going to stick in me. No matter what you do, no weapon formed against me. Nothing. You can't do nothing with me, man. I'm so cool. It's been worth it for me, man.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your undivided attention for just a moment, please? This is a public service announcement that will end as soon as I stop talking. This here is the Steve Harvey Damn Morning Show. Now, that's what it is, that's what it's going to be, and that's what it's about. All right? Morning. Shirley Strawberry.
Good morning, Steve. Happy belated Father's Day.
Yeah, Carla Farrell.
Hey, Steve. Happy belated Father's Day to you, too, as well.
Well, the gang's all here. What's up, June?
Morning, Unc. Happy Father's Day, pimp.
Yeah. Like I honor it. Here's another father, J. Anthony Brown.
Happy belated Father's Day, or as I like to call it, oh, it's today? Oh, okay.
And the other father on the show, Thomas Miles.
Yes, sir. Top of the morning. Happy belated Father's Day, Uncle Steve, Uncle Jay, and
Yeah.
happy
Spent
Uncle
my
Day,
Father's
Junior.
Day. My wife woke up and said, "How do you want to spend your Father's Day?" I said, "I'm going fishing."
Nice.
That's how
Okay.
you do it.
Did you
Made
catch
me some
anything?
coffee,
Mm-hmm.
walked out on the front porch, walked right down the hill, caught an 8-pound bass.
Go ahead,
So you
boy.
can fish from your house?
You got a place to fish from your
You
house?
ain't go far at all. Huh?
What?
You have
He
to
got
drive?
money.
Yeah.
He got money.
Man.
Were you in your PJs? I mean, really?
Did y'all get the
can
picture
be.
I sent you, Kia?
Yeah, I got it, Unc. I saw it. It's
Ain't
nice,
that-
man.
We didn't
But that's
see
in
it.
your
Send
lake
it to
right
us so
there?
we can post it. Send it to us.
Send it to y'all.
Hold up.
Yeah. Is
Can
it
I,
the fish?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
I don't want to
can walk
post a
out-
fish call and it ain't long enough. Then the game warden calling Steve. Don't do that. You can't post that if it ain't long enough.
Oh,
You can-
The
okay.
game war.
I have a question. It's very simple.
Yeah.
You can walk out the house to fish.
Thank
and-
you.
Yeah.
That's
Let's
where I
back
am with
that
it,
up.
Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Because you thought that the story was that you were able to go fishing. But for us, what
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
heard.
Yeah,
That's
that-
what as
I
soon
thought
as
he was gonna
said it,
say,
I'm
like-
what?
I thought he was
You
saying like,
just walk.
Yeah.
put
Yeah,
the
but you-
put the rods on the back of the truck, got the cooler loaded it up.
Right.
That's how most people
That's
go
what I
fishing.
thought.
He said he got up. His wife asked him how would he like to spend the day. He said fishing. She fixed him some coffee. He got up, walked down the steps, and went fishing. That's
That's
what he
said.
said.
That's
That is
what he
what he
said.
said.
I
End
like
quote.
it.
End quote. That's what he said.
Did
Wait
it?
a minute.
Man,
Did you-
enjoy your rich, man?
Man, oh,
So
That's
Jay,
incredible.
if you went fishing, what would you have to do?
it'd be pack a little something to eat, put stuff in the car,
Uh-huh.
gas up the car, because where I'm going to fish is a long way away.
How long? How long of a drive?
About an hour and a half.
Minimum. A good trip.
Get to some walk.
Hey, Jay, gotta go over some gravel.
Yeah. It's so far, I might just
Process.
turn around and go, I don't even feel like fishing. I'm going back to the house.
Tired. You got tired.
Yeah, Jay, we gotta ask somebody. Are they biting?
Hey Jay, how early would you have to start?
About 1:30.
Well, so I answered the question.
All right, listen, coming up at 32 after the hour, we'll find out more about Father's Day from the fellas right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so Father's Day was yesterday, guys. Again, happy Father's Day to everyone, all the great fathers out there. Steve, you know, you always say fathers are forgotten, but if you looked on the gram yesterday, you would have thought it was the biggest holiday on the planet ever.
Nice.
In the history of
for
holidays.
fathers.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
many. I mean, it was really nice, the tribute that everyone gave their dads and the day, period. But anyway, Father's Day was yesterday, as I was saying. So, Steve, you were out at the mentoring camp over the weekend. How was that?
Well,
How did it end? We know how it
did-
began.
Friday night we did the VIP sponsorship event where a lot of the sponsors come. And I'd had these, the Four Washingtons. They're called Four Washingtons. And on Instagram, they're Four Washingtons.
They were singing, Steve?
Yeah. And they had wrote a jingle for Chick-fil-A.
Oh, wow.
And the,
Four Washington. Okay, go ahead.
We didn't need you to repeat it. Come here, Steve. That wasn't even
yes,
necessary.
we did.
Shirley.
It's funnier when he says it. It really is.
and I had him on my show, on my talk show.
On your talk show,
So I surprised him and said, I'm bringing y'all to the mentoring camp, and so you can go to the Chick-fil-A ranch. And I flew them down there Friday night, and they met, and then they came up and they sang the whole Chick-fil-A song. Chick-fil-A.
I didn't know they had a song.
I didn't know they had a song.
No, the kids wrote it.
Oh.
They made up
the
a jingle.
Washingtons
They
wrote
created.
it.
Oh, dog, you ought to download it and play it this morning.
Okay.
But then I got to messing around with them after they sung, and I said, man, that's my jam. It only take us black people to write a song about chicken. and I said, yeah. So I forgot what the hook was now, but I love chicken. And the kids picked it up and started singing it right away. And I got in it.
Uh-oh.
I
made a
got
hit.
in it. My favorite thing to do. Yeah.
You sang
Please tell me you
hard,
recorded
Steve.
this. Please
Girl.
tell me you recorded
Oh, it's on Instagram. Fried and salted, smothered in gravy, chicken with rice on the side, chicken, little collard greens too, not chicken with macaroni and cheese, chicken, give it to me anyway, chicken, long I get my chicken, I'll be alright, chicken with just a little bit, chicken. Take it down, children. Chicken. Now give me half of that. Chicken. Own it to yourself now. So they had sang the whole song, you know, and then it ended, and I was just saying, boy, just take black people, write a song about chicken. Because that's how fond we are. I said, you know, I just jumped in, I said, because I like my chicken. But them little singing ass kids picked it up. And then I just started leading it. And that's what it turned out. And why it looked like you got a problem, Jay?
Yeah, what's wrong, Jay?
Well, I mean, it's a nice song and everything. I have sung since I've been here, going almost 2 years. I've sung maybe 9,000 songs about all different types of subjects. I can't get him to sing one damn song with me. But here come the kids singing about chicken. He jump his ass right in. Let's go. No, ain't no
When you gonna
problem.
sing a song with Jay?
No.
Man?
I mean,
Jay, he did a
man.
collabo. He did a
Yeah,
collabo.
he ain't had to give him no sheet music or nothing. He just put it with the butter, chicken, greens and rice. I'm like, okay.
You can't even have no chicken, huh, Jay?
It hurt Jay feelings,
Yeah,
man.
Well, all right, I tell you what, man. I tell you
What?
since you sick,
What? What? And what?
I'm going to go ahead
No,
and do one.
Jesus, and Jesus.
Now you gonna do a song out of pity?
Well, you know now.
This is too much. This show is too much, Shirley.
You ain't got no
Since
sense.
you're sick, I'll do a song with you.
I don't do it for you.
Pity song. Jay, you gonna take that? Jay, you gonna
Yeah.
They gonna get it song any way he can get it. Gonna get this duet.
He gonna do the song with Jay because he's sick?
Yeah, we've been trying to get him over to Living Room Productions for the longest. Now, he said he's going to do it, so it's going to be done. That's
Well,
all.
Jay, you weren't here, but at least he didn't say what the young man said to him when the first kid came to the camp on the first night. Tell him how that went, Steve, because Jay doesn't know.
Jay, this little boy got off from
bus
West
from
Bank,
Atlanta.
Atlanta. He got off the bus at the mentoring camp. Probably about 100 boys had already got off the bus. Yeah, but he been on multiple buses. About the third bus, about 4 buses full of boys, I guess. I don't know, 5, something like that. About the third bus, about the 20th boy to step off the bus, he wasn't running to nothing. He just set his foot on the grass and made eye contact with all the soldiers, all the mega men, all the mentors, and said, I ain't doing a mother blanket thing.
I love him.
Jay,
All that yelling and all
I
that.
dropped to my knees laughing. But this a little bitty little dude, though, man. This little dude stepped off the bus, and the soldiers, they just looked at me like, all right, Mr. Harvey, how you want to handle this? Because this ain't what we, this is not what we,
All right.
this ain't going to go like this.
Oh, my God.
All right, look, we got to get out of here, guys. Coming up
I
next,
ain't doing a mother blanket thing.
church complaints and church
Personal.
announcements with Pastor Motown and Deacon Def Jam right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, Junior's belated Father's Day poem. Get ready for that. Get ready for that. We'll also have the weekend box office report. But first, Steve, it is Monday. It is time for church complaints and church announcements with Deacon Jeff Jam and Reverend Motown.
Awesome. Here we is on this Monday. The day after Father's Day, let us begin with church complaints. Deaf,
Yes, sir.
come on.
All right, Pastor. We had it was a madhouse yesterday, Pastor. Yeah, it was Meet Your Daddy Sunday. We had 8 kids finding out who their daddy was for the first time. They are all going to need counseling now. 2 of these kids are teenagers and went to junior prom together not knowing that they are siblings.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God.
Brother Melvin Dixon is 6 of these kids' father. You're going to have to do something because Sister Phaedra James is pregnant for him now. It's just too much, Pastor, going on with this.
Oh.
I'm not understanding this one at all.
Well, I'm going to say it again. Yesterday was Meet Your Daddy Sunday. We had 8 kids finding out who their daddy was for the first time. All right? All these kids are going to need counseling. All right? Now, 2 of the kids are teenagers and went to the junior prom together not knowing they were siblings. Brother Melvin Dixon is 6 of these kids' father. You're going to have to do something because Sister Phaedra James is pregnant for him right now.
Well, I think that we would like to consider the Meet Your Daddy for the first time Sunday a success.
A success.
I think we're going to have to now. We cannot throw the baby out with the bathwater. The fact that these young people were able to find out finally who their daddy was, being Melvin, Brother Melvin Dixon, and it's quite that's the big part of it. And I think I don't want to lose sight of that by condemning Brother Melvin. Now, the problem with this is, oh Lord, I did some calculations, and Brother Melvin owes $12 million in back child support.
Million?
At least.
So I don't know what the hell. That's the bigger problem. But go ahead, Deacon.
All right. Let's see here, Pastor. Now, this is a major issue here. The sickle cell ministry and the leukemia ministry are competing over who is the sickest. They both fell out, and we had to rush them both to the hospital, so you need to call it. Which one won? It's your call, Pastor.
We don't have a church or a deacon, and I'm ashamed of you personally that you would condemn the sick membership here at the church. This is not a competition.
Well, they are the ones competing. It ain't
Well,
me.
we go to our Heavenly Father for healing.
That's right, Pastor.
We believe in healing.
That's right.
And now let me tell you this. I think Brother Brown has one of the best and finest attitudes of this congregation with anyone dealing with his condition.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
And we all know Brother Junior has been an outstanding spokesperson for the sickle cell community.
That's
And
right.
since he's
That's
moved to L.A., has not had hospitalized crisis. Is that a true statement, Brother Junior?
He's in a warmer climate.
Yes, sir. That is very true, Pastor.
You
Thank
know,
you, sir.
why his ass ain't move out there sooner is what I'm troubled by. Thinking cold weather kick it off while your ass throwing snowballs. Oh, I'm puzzled by that right there. Snow can't be that much damn fun. It just can't be. Anyway,
All right.
move along, and congratulations to both of our members. We are forming a new committee to head up the sick and shut-in list of people that's just sick but ain't shut in.
What? Oh my God.
Just sick. Okay. They just on the
Just sick.
sick
They're
list.
going to visit people that shut in.
Yo, God. Jesus, take the wheel.
All right, Pastor. Listen, we have an issue. Mike Lindell. Mike Lindell is the man that makes the pillars and has the commercials that come on late at night. He will be making the cushions for the pews. He wants to know the sizes of the butts that will be sitting on them so he can determine the firmness that we gonna need. So, Pastor, you need to make a booty judgment on how we need to do these.
What?
A booty judgment.
Well, I think the best way for us to do this, because we certainly, due to the Me Too movement, can't go around measuring people's derrieres and posteriors, posteriosis area. So what I propose is that we break the cushion making up in the church into very simple categories. Like, let's just look at herds, for example. Like, you may want one as a herd of elephants. So it'll be elephant herd be one. Then we'll have the rhino herd. We'll have zebra herds because they got nice posteriors on them. Zebras is mostly ass.
So a rhino pew and a okay.
And just name them by pews like that. Just call them different herds.
All right.
Then there'll be the cheetah herd. All the skinny ass girls at the church sit on that one.
Gotcha. I got it. I have my notes. Now, Pastor, we got a few rules that we need you to sign off on. A couple of rules. Blind people who come to service late can no longer be escorted up to the front. Okay? Deacon Seymour Livingston said he always sits up front, and I couldn't help but say, how do you know that? So, but I just need you to sign off on this rule that blind people cannot be rushed up to the front.
What we're going to do is we're going to have a back row seat with front row written on it in Braille.
Oh, God.
That'll work. I would get right on that. That's what I needed to hear.
Go ahead.
All right, rule number 2, Pastor. I need you to sign off. We need a 2-minute shouting limit. 2 minutes. We feel that 2
not
minutes
gonna
is
do
enough
that
for you to
next.
get the Lord out your system. 2 minutes.
Not going to do that. Let the Lord use you however long. Rule number 3.
The third one is if you running around the church, when you get to that back door, just run your ass out of it. We're not going to have all that running and just going on home.
Thank you guys very much. Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll have some entertainment news for you right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, before we get to the weekend box office report, Junior is here with a belated Father's Day report, poem, I mean. Junior?
Yes,
You
I
ready?
am, Shirley. You know, Shirley, let me just say this.
What?
Everybody didn't have a good father.
Okay.
And some people, who just want to just say something to their daddy, and everybody didn't have. So let's not always think that everybody had a good father.
Oh,
I just want to say this poem on behalf of them.
All right.
Okay.
Here
We need to dim the
Thank you.
lights and stuff.
No, I'm good. I got it.
Okay.
Here's to all the grads and dads. Don't even know why they put y'all together because one of y'all will not be getting a gift. Sad to say, whatever. Oh, belated happy Father's Day. Sorry I let it pass. I was going to get you a real nice gift, but I really need to save my cash.
What?
Happy belated Father's Day. Let's go down memory lane. Like the time I hit a home run and your ass wasn't at the game. But guess, dear old dad, I'm really doing swell. I'm going to tell you like you used to tell me. Your gift is in the damn mail.
Oh, snap your fingers, snap your fingers.
Damn, bro.
All right.
Ooh, you bitter.
Junior.
Well, hey, everybody didn't have one, you know.
All right.
Happy Father's Day.
I guess.
Yeah.
Dang, Junior.
Yeah.
There it is.
Okay.
Oh,
Are you
know-
done?
Yeah, I'm done. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's, yeah.
You don't get 2 times. No.
Oh, you know what? This just in, something that we failed to mention during church announcements. You guys know who Bishop Bullwinkle is, the pastor and singer Bishop Bullwinkle? Yeah, his real name is Bernard Thomas. He is, like you guys say, best known for his song Hell to the Na Na Na. Well, sadly, very sadly, he passed away recently. He had a heart attack. Yeah, he was 71 years old.
Oh,
That
Yeah.
video went viral.
Yeah, it did.
Yes.
Millions of
Yes.
views.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of viewers. Man.
Yeah, and I
But
think
prayers
this,
out to his
to
family.
his family, condolences for sure.
Yeah.
I think
and
he
his
made
fans.
Yeah, he made the song because of all the hypocrisy that was going around, and I think he was hurt because it was just a lot of things going on, and the song caught fire, and just everybody liked the song.
Oh, yeah. He was
Yeah, I
going
love
around
it.
singing
I
that
love
the
song.
Yeah, so R.I.P. Bishop Bullwinkle.
Hell no to the no. No, 3 no.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 no.
There was a big debate about that, whether it was 2 na-nas or 3.
No. It's 3 no.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
Cool.
It's
Okay.
3 no.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
No.
Y'all know
Who
not
said
to
it was
mess
2?
with Jay about songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was right though. He's
Yeah. Well, it wasn't a good weekend for sequels at the box office. Men in Black International and Shaft both fell well below expectations at the box office. Men in Black International made $28.5 million. The Secret Life of Pets still in the top 3, making $23.8 million. Aladdin, $16.7. That was number 3. Dark Phoenix, $9 million. Rocket Man, the Elton John story, $8.8 million, and then Shaft came in at number 6 with $8.3 million.
Shaft is a good movie, but Men in Black, you know the little thing they had where they make you forget? I wish
You
they had
zap.
that when they came out the theater. I wish they had that.
You want to zap? You want to zap?
Why, Jay?
You want to get zapped?
Just zapped, so I forgot I saw that damn movie.
All right, let's move on, Steve. Time for headlines.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ann Tripp.
Much everybody. Good morning. President Trump, as he gears up for the official start of the 2020 presidential election season, is throwing the idea out there that the stock market will crash if he's not reelected. He tweets that, quote, "If anybody but me takes over, there will be a market crash, the likes of which have not been seen before." Trump officially hits the campaign trail tomorrow with a rally in Orlando, Florida, and looks to be sort of road testing some of the themes he's going to be touching on in the next 18 months. Trump tweets that Tuesday will be a, quote, "big crowd and a big day." He's also tweeting this, that at the end of 6 years after America has been made great again, and I leave the beautiful White House, do you think the people would demand that I stay longer and keep America great? Recent polls show that Trump would lose to several Democratic White House candidates, and by big margin, at least now. Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez said, don't worry about that, because it's very, very important that Democrats will have to face 4 more years of Donald Trump for real if they don't select the right candidate.
I think that we have a very real risk of losing the presidency to Donald Trump if we do not have a presidential candidate that is fighting for true transformational change in the lives of working people in the United States.
Ocasio-Cortez was on ABC's This Week. She also says that the current number of Democratic presidential candidates is too long, too much, and that the party needs to focus more on winning Senate seats next time around. That's what they need to focus on. The mayor of Phoenix, Arizona, is apologizing for the way that city cops treated a young black couple and their toddlers while answering a call about shoplifting last month. Video of the encounter shows Phoenix police pointing guns and yelling profanities at the family, kicking the father so hard that he falls, even threatening to shoot the parents in front of their kids. The mother is pregnant, and they're telling her to hold her hands up, and she's screaming, "I can't hold my hands up. I'm holding my baby, and I'm pregnant." Turns out that unbeknownst to the parents, the couple's 4-year-old little girl had picked up a doll in the store. Drayvon James and Aisha Harper said they're suing the city for $10 million. In Memphis, cops shot and killed a 20-year-old black men whom they were seeking for outstanding felony warrants. Members of the African-American community in the Frazier area of North Memphis have been protesting. Last week, police brass said 36 cops were injured. Stormy Daniels posted a rather snarky reaction to White House spokesman Sarah Sanders' announcement of departure last week from the administration, and the stripper's tweet went viral. You know, Sanders often been criticized for making inaccurate statements, shall we say. So in reacting to an article where Sanders says she'd like to be remembered as transparent and honest, Stormy Daniels tweets, and I hope to be remembered for being a virgin. Finally, at the box office this weekend, Men in Black was $28.5 million. Meanwhile, though, Shaft debuted in 8th place. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, did you guys see last night's primetime special with ABC News host George Stephanopoulos and the president?
Yeah.
George spent like 2 days at the White House and on the president's campaign trail. Now, during the interview, the president also insisted that Article 2 of the U.S. Constitution allows him to do whatever he wants, arguing that he never planned to fire special counsel Robert Mueller, but had every legal right to do so. Take a listen to this.
You talk about Article 2. So your position is that you can hire or fire anybody, stop or start
That
any
is the
investigation?
position of a lot of great lawyers. That's the position of some of the most talented lawyers. And you have to have a position like that because you're the president.
But if you answer these questions to me now, why not answer them to Robert Mueller under oath?
Because they were looking to get us for lies, for slight misstatements. I looked at what happened to people, and it was very unfair. Very, very unfair. Very unfair.
So I'm listening to you. You're not worried about being prosecuted once you leave office?
I did nothing wrong, George. Did nothing wrong. There was no collusion.
He is so scared. He is so scared.
I did nothing wrong, George.
I heard it in his voice.
You
The
know,
only word he know is collusion.
He has to win a second election because his freedom is depending on it. His whole reason for wanting to get this second thing, it has nothing to do with moving the country forward or keeping his promises. This one is so he don't get these charges. Because the moment he ain't president, they're going to do it.
So you're saying he just wants to get reelected to stay free?
That's all it is.
and move around. how
He's
he
not
wants.
enjoying being president.
You don't
No,
think so?
I agree. I agree.
Oh, I can promise you he don't.
Wow.
That's a lot of work.
Well, yeah, and the president, I love how George handled the interview, though, because at
Me
one
too.
point, George pressed him. He did not back down. At one point, he was pressing the president, and the president just stopped and called him a wise guy during the interview. And so it's like, he ran out of answers to give him, so he just started insulting George. But George was classy. He just ignored it, let it roll right off him, and kept it moving with more questions, 2 hours. He got a lot of stuff in there.
Wow.
I mean, look, man, all he's doing is asking you questions. If you have the truth,
Yeah,
why is he a wise guy?
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's asking you a question and you've done nothing, and he's not trying to slickly get you to say something that's what you didn't say before, if what you said before was the truth, we ain't got no problem.
Yeah, but he has that attitude that if he doesn't want to answer the question, then that's what he does. He feels backed in a corner, and he'll come out fighting. Well,
Start using that word collusion.
yeah. Coming up at 34 after the hour, we'll tell you where to go if you want to see some highlights from the Steve and Marjorie Harvey mentoring camp. Boy, you guys had a great time over the weekend, Steve. All week, actually. We'll talk about that when we come back, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, we want to welcome back one of our favorite stations out of Las Vegas, Jammin' 105.7.
Yeah.
Old school
baby.
and today's R&B. Welcome back. We missed you.
What the hell?
Exactly, Steve. Don't leave us
My
again.
favorite damn city, man,
Yeah.
in the United States.
Don't leave us anymore.
I've had Mojo in Vegas.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, but we back though, baby.
That's right.
Woo.
By popular demand. Thank you.
Thank you.
I love some Vegas.
Let's go down now.
Yes.
And what do you do in
Vegas.
Vegas? You can play some roulette and all of that, right?
Oh, man. Yeah.
Well, look, how about some comedy roulette? How about that?
I try to win my ties.
Come on, Jay.
My time.
All right. Is he still singing? All right, here we go.
No.
Comedy roulette. You take 4 subjects, you can put them on the wheel, spin the wheel. Where it stop, we will do the damn thing because we're all comedians.
All right, here we go. Things you say to people who show up unexpected and you don't want them there.
Oh, that's a good one.
Here's another one. Things you say at a cheaply put together funeral.
Please land on that one.
Things you say to people who have gained weight but you don't want to say anything.
Okay.
And things you say to apologize after you've made a complete fool of yourself. Come on, let's go. That's it.
Spun it.
Let's go.
This is going to be fun. Ooh, I wasn't expecting this. Things you say to people who show up unexpected and you don't want them there.
I got it. Let me start it off.
Okay.
Oh, man, you just got hit. The movers will be here in 20 minutes. I didn't know you was coming, man. We're moving. We're moving today. Oh, man, you need to call and let somebody know you're coming.
Things you say to people who show up unexpected and you don't want them there.
I love it.
Hey, that's flour, not cocaine. Just when you're at the wrong house.
What? Oh my God!
My grandmother hollered that out. I killed myself. What? That's flour, not cocaine. You at the wrong house.
Wow.
Hey, I thought you was the police. They supposed to be on the way. I don't know how long they get here, but they supposed to be. They'll be here in a minute, man. So what's going on? What's happening?
All right, come on, Steve. Things you say to people who show up unexpectedly and you don't want them there.
What?
Huh?
All right, man, you come on in, but look, don't set nothing down.
Huh?
Because we got an infestation in here.
Every time.
Just don't set nothing down because we got a real bad infestation. But come on in and sit down.
Come on in.
Yeah, but you come on in and sit down.
Come on in. No. All right, things you say to people you don't want them there. Here's what you say. Man, you picked a great week because this is the week we turn everything off and we just sit in the house and meditate. So come on in.
Damn, it's hot in here.
Oh, man, you just showed them now. Okay, cool. Come on in. I got you. Hey, you gonna leave your car parked right there? I ain't gonna be able to watch it. Just want to make sure it's gonna be right there. Okay.
Come on, Tommy.
Hey, come on in, man. Hey, this is the day we normally walk around naked around here. But y'all come in, man. You know, every day we once a week we do a naked thing. But y'all come on, man.
All right. Come on, Steve, close it out. Things you say to people who show up at your house unexpectedly and you don't want them there.
Yeah.
Steve. Oh, my man. Damn, y'all here? Hey, listen. Come on in. We all here. I can't wait to share this with you.
What?
We all just joined a cult.
Stupid.
Come on in, man.
Don't kick over none of them candles on the floor.
About to do
Drink
a sacrifice. All right, listen. Nephew Tommy is coming up next with the prank phone call. That's right after this at 43 after the hour.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. Subject, my man loves being in the doghouse. Wait till you guys hear that one. All right, but right now, the nephew is in the building with today's prank phone call. What you got, Neff?
Yesterday was Father's Day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to throw this one up for my pops right here. Can I have your kidney? Can I have
That was his favorite,
kidney? That was Pop's favorite right there. Let's run it, baby.
Hello.
Hello, I'm trying to reach Brother Conley.
This is Conley.
How you doing, brother? This is Deacon Patterson calling from the church. How you doing today?
Deacon Patterson?
Yeah.
Just doing fine. And yourself, sir?
I'm doing good, doing good. You know, the church is behind you on what you're going through, and we praying for you, man. We know all about you going into surgery on Friday to get your pancreas removed. So I wanted to give you a call, man, have a word of prayer, and let you know that we all are pulling for you, and we know that the man upstairs is going to pull you through this successfully.
Well, God bless and keep you there, Deacon. God bless and keep you, because I tell you, I'm going through something here. Me and my wife, we've been talking about it, and we've been praying on it, and it sure is a wonderful thing to know that your church is with you and y'all thinking about me in prayer. I've really had to take this to the Lord. This is a serious thing with me, and I ain't never had an operation before in my life, and I know I need it. My wife done made it clear, the doctor done made it clear, and I believe I'm ready to go forward, Deacon.
And we're going to give the victory to who the victory
to the Lord. Yes, sir. He's the victory.
Yeah. Let me have a word of prayer with you, Brother Conley, if you don't mind. Just bow your head for me. Father God, we ask right now. We ask right now that you touch Brother Conley as he goes in on Friday.
Please, Lord.
Put your hands on him. We ask, Father, that you hold on to the doctor that's getting ready to go and put surgery on him.
Yes.
We ask that you make sure that the doctor has got a strong eye on that morning.
Walk with him.
We ask that he got a steady hand when he got the scalpel in his hand. We ask that you hold on to him.
Please.
As he goes into his surgery, because we know come Saturday morning, the victory going to belong to Brother Conley and the Lord.
Thank you, Lord.
We know all of this, but we ask that you take that pancreas and you remove it out successfully. Close him back up like it was never been entered in before.
Walk with me, Jesus.
That's what we ask, and we ask you, Lord, at the same time that they're removing this pancreas, Lord. We ask that you reach around his backside, and we ask that you touch his kidney, Lord. Touch his kidney and make it whole. Make it 110%. We want you to make that kidney like it's been the best kidney
Excuse
ever
me,
known.
Deacon. That's Deacon Patterson.
Yes.
Yes, sir. No, sir. There's nothing wrong with my kidney, Deacon. I'm doing fine. The Lord has done made it. Well, He's gonna work on my pancreas. That's what the doctor's operating on. They done prepped me for it, and that's what they plan to remove. So my kidney is fine. They did what they called one of them MRIs, and everything else is fine. They ain't working on nothing but my pancreas, sir.
Right. Well, let me say, I'm glad you brought that up, because this is one reason why I called you.
Uh-huh.
And of course, I did call to pray for you.
Yes, sir.
Because I want to make sure that you make it through this successfully. But another reason why I'm getting around to this here is what I want to ask you, and I know we've never met face to face. I've seen you a couple times, like I said, at church, but you've been out most of the time with your sickness and whatnot. But now, what I was going to ask you was, and I know this is, I hate to come at you in the final hour when you're getting ready to go have surgery and all that, but if you don't mind, if you could see it in your heart to do something for somebody else.
Yes, sir. That's the Lord's will. You're always supposed to help those who can't.
Right. And I'm glad you think like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when they go in on Friday morning and remove that pancreas out, do you think that they could go in and get one of your kidneys? Because I need one.
Hold on just a minute, Deacon. What you say? What you say?
See what it is. See, I've been going through myself with a little ailment, and I'm wondering if I need a kidney, and I'm wondering if you can give me one of yours when they go in to get your pancreas. They gonna already have you open.
Did you say you wanted them to take one of my kidneys?
Yeah, and give it to me because I need one.
You need a kidney?
Yeah. What? I mean, you already gonna be laying there open.
Wait a minute, mister. You need a kidney? I need help with my pancreas. You gonna call me with some like that, man? This ain't no work of the Lord. Now, you say you a deacon?
Yeah, like I said, Deacon Patterson, my name. But see, what I'm asking you is, what harm
you ain't asking me, man.
Brother Conley, what harm is it if you already open and laying on the table?
Oh, you ain't heard a damn thing I said, have you? I said man, you crazy as hell. Now, what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to need to call the pastor, because, see, it's a going on here. You say you knew? You mighty damn knew, mister. Matter of fact, you too damn new to know who you're talking to.
What I'm saying is, you have two, like you say they did the MRI.
I don't give a what I said they did, man. I got two kidneys, you got two. One of yours bad, that's your problem, mister. Let me tell you something. I'm trying to get well, and you calling with this You say you a new deacon. You damn sure is. And you won't be at that church long. I tell you that because if I ever get close to your sister, we got some reckoning to do.
What is it gonna hurt for you to give me one of them kidneys if both them kidneys is good?
It ain't gonna hurt them thing because you ain't getting my kidney, man. It ain't gonna hurt. What is wrong with you?
Say, man, all I'm saying is if you're going to be open and laying on the table, what is it going to hurt for you to give me one?
Oh, now you're going to tell me I'm open and laying on the damn table. What kind of a prayer are you in charge of, mister? Let me tell you something. Obviously, I need to meet you before I get to the hospital. And maybe I can help take out that damn bad kidney of yours. I can tell you that. We it out. You won't feel a damn thing. How about that? I'll be damned if you're going to call and talk me out of one of my damn kidneys, man.
I'm trying to live just like you trying to.
Let the Lord take care of me, because what you talking about ain't got a damn thing to do with Jesus. You can kiss my and get off my phone. That's what you can do.
Can I say one more thing to you?
What?
Is you listening to me?
Man, I done listen to you, and you ain't talking about nothing that's got nothing to do with what's going on with me, mister. You running a game? If I could get to you, I'd put lead in your do you understand
But
me?
can I just say one more thing, and then I'm going to let you go? Is you listening?
For what?
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your daughter.
Oh, Lord have mercy. That girl, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Jesus.
Hey, you all right, Brother Conley?
Man, you done made me use language that I swear I don't know, but I heard my neighbors and them using that. I done stopped a long time ago talking that way. Please forgive me. Lord have mercy. Woo. Y'all, I'm going to have to, Lord have mercy, my heart is palpitating here. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Mister, this ain't me. This ain't me. And I tell you what, and I enjoy Steve Harvey and Nephew Tommy. I do.
Brother Conley, I got to ask you one more thing, man. What is the baddest, I'm talking about the baddest radio show in the land?
It's got to be. It's got to be y'all. It's got to be y'all. Hell, I don't even remember the name of it now.
The Steve Harvey Morning.
The Steve Harvey Morning Show. Lord have mercy. I ain't going to forget it now.
I prayed that thing at the beginning, didn't I? I was praying that thing now.
Yeah, you
Yes,
did, boy.
yes.
You did.
Uh-huh.
You know, if you while you open, since you open, you don't mind if they just reach around there and let me get one of them kidneys, because I need one. You don't mind, do you?
Mm-hmm.
Get smooth cussed out by a deacon. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's it.
Crazy.
Getting ready, y'all. Let me say this. I'm shooting Ready to Love. I start Sunday. So it is time. Your nephew is going into production for Ready to Love on the OWN network. And I start Sunday night. Y'all see, y'all wish me luck. And I'm dropping the weight, Unc. I'm getting it down. I will be 185.
Hey, Tommy,
Yes,
you
sir.
take that off your plate. That ain't going to do nothing, dog. Just go on and be a star. Good. Yeah,
Oh,
you ain't
that's
gotta
great
lose no
advice,
weight.
Steve.
Yeah.
No, for real. You take that off your plate.
I
Ain't
love
nobody
that.
tuning
You think
in
I'm
to
gonna be
see
a
if
fat? You think I'm gonna be a fat
Nobody
star?
tuning in to see if you ate a 12 pounds lighter. Nobody.
I love that advice. All right.
Nobody.
All right, well, nephew, thank you. Coming up next, it is today's Strawberry Letter. My man loves being in the doghouse. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And listen, if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to Steve Harvey FM and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one today, right here, right now. All right?
Buckle up. Hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the Strawberry Letter.
Thank you, Neff. Subject, my man loves being in the doghouse. Dear Steve and Shirley, I am a 28-year-old woman dating a 34-year-old man. We were together 9 months and waited almost 5 months before we started having sex. He was very kinky and liked to keep it interesting in the bedroom, but it ended up being way too much for me. You've answered a letter like this before, but mine is different because my man is more extreme. My issue started one night about 3 months ago when out of nowhere during sex, he started barking like a dog and licking me all over during sex. I asked what the hell was going on and he shushed me and told me not to spoil the mood. He told me to say good boy while we were having sex. I thought he was playing at first, so I did it. I told him afterwards that it was awkward as hell, but he said he loved it. From then on, We did his doggy routine during sex a few more times. But it got too darn weird one night when he came into the bedroom naked on all fours wearing a leash. He asked me to pet him and take him for a walk in the backyard. Of course, I didn't want to, but I did. Come on, I'm trying to read this with a straight face, guys. We walked out of the yard. We walked out to the yard, and he stopped and relieved himself. Yes, in the grass. This pushed me to the edge, and I broke up with him and left his naked behind in the yard. I could never have sex with him again. Now he's calling me nonstop and begging me to hear him out. He sent me a link to an online group of people that also indulge in this fetish. It's all too freaky for me. But now I have a major problem. I am pregnant by him. I don't want my child to have a freaky father that might lick on him and make him potty in the backyard. I really just want to move away and not even tell him that I'm pregnant. I know that's not right, though. What should I do? Please advise.
Oh, boy, if this lady hadn't said she was pregnant.
I know. I know, Steve. I know. She saved that until the end, didn't she? And she's right. We did have a letter earlier about a guy who liked to wear furry dog costumes. We did have that, but you're definitely right. This is way more extreme with this man right here. And listen, I was perfectly ready to tell you to run, not walk away from this man. But now you're pregnant, and an innocent baby is involved in all this foolishness. So, you know, I mean, I don't. This is hard. I mean, what do you got a baby? You know, you put yourself into this freaky situation. Why didn't you wear protection? You could get pregnant if you don't wear protection and you're having sex. You know, and you had sex with him more than once, you know, so you knew he was into this freaky stuff, but you had sex with him. Now the baby is going to have a man who literally wants to be treated like a dog, completed with, like you say in the letter, walking naked on all fours and urinating in the backyard. I mean, I just have to say, get ready to be a single parent unless this guy straightens up and changes, you know, but it sounds like he's really deep into this. I mean, he's part of a group that does it. He showed you that, you know, he's not the only one. There's more like me, I guess, to make it seem like he's not so bad or something. But this is pretty bad, especially if you're bringing a baby into this situation. So, yes, you have some decisions to make. I mean, he's the father. You owe him that. But you get ready, like I said, to be a single parent unless he changes. Steve?
Well, guess I'll just handle this the best way I can until we get to the I'm pregnant part. 28-year-old woman, y'all done heard Shirley's answer, dating a 30-year-old man. We was together 9 months and waited almost 5 months before we began having sex. He was kinky, liked to keep it interested. Now, the reason y'all waited 5 months is cause probably, just probably, I'm going out on a limb, it wasn't mating season. I'm just going, that's why I'm going to think maybe it just wasn't mating season.
That's funny, Steve.
Now, you know, you dating him and then y'all having sex and it went kind of kinky one night. He just started barking and licking on you like a dog. And you told him, hold on. He said, no, just pat me and say, good boy. All right, so you start patting him. Now, Shirley, well, I can't get to that part yet. But here where it got real stank. That night that he came over and you opened the bedroom, he crawled in on all fours with that leash and then asked you to walk him outside. And you didn't want to, but you did. But I'm assuming you had your clothes on. Or maybe you just put your robe on. So you take his naked ass outside.
Right, Come on.
Come on. Don't
And he,
Please.
Come
on.
Did he squat down?
He was already on all fours.
Yeah, but you got to do something else. You can't, that ain't, not humans now.
You got to raise that leg up.
Yeah, well, you can pee, but I'm talking about that other thing. If you trying to do that you're going to have to get in a squat position or you finna have stuff running all down your damn leg.
Hold your response, please.
I hope y'all reenact this.
Hold your response. We'll have part 2 of Steve's response coming up. At 23 after the hour, subject, my man loves to be in the doghouse. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, we got to recap today's Strawberry Letter. Subject, my man loves being in the doghouse.
This woman that met this man that likes to do dog stuff. Bark when they having sex. Liquor when they having sex.
You know I want to bark.
It got kind of ignorant one night. He came in on all fours naked with a leash around his neck. Begged her to take his stupid ass outside naked. And she put her robe on and got the leash. He on all fours crawling in the grass. He get out there and he relieves himself in the grass. Now, I know he peed in the grass, but I'm trying to figure out if he tried the number 2 in his yard.
She didn't
Because
say
as
that.
I said on the last break, the reason you don't want to do that on all fours is because man booty ain't the same as dog booty.
Why do you say that?
Because dog booty can do things that man booty can't.
I cannot.
Dog booty can push it out, chop it off, clean it, go back in, ain't no sign of it. Human booty don't work that way. Human booty requires wiping and patting and washing.
Steve, we know this.
Okay, well, I'm just telling you. Now,
Captain Obvious.
while he outside, look, come quick. Did he pee on your leg? Because after this happened, she didn't call him no more. You should have rolled up a newspaper and just wore his ass out. He probably would have liked that too.
Good boy, good boy.
Now, it's some other problems you got to deal with here. Now, I can't have sex with him again. Now he's calling me nonstop, want me to hear him out. Then he sent you a link now to an online group of people that also indulge in this fetish. See, so he in deep. You're not going to change him.
Scooby-Doo.
He's not going to change him. And you should not be involved with him. And you did a good thing. But now you pregnant by him. Now Shirley got on you and tried to tell you, why didn't you use protection? Shirley, when have you ever seen a dog with a condom?
Steve Harvey.
I'm asking you.
Steve Harvey.
What dog, and I've seen a lot of dogs have sex. Have you ever seen one stop? Hold up. Wait a minute.
Really?
I got to get some. I got it taped up under my collar. Reach in there and get that for me.
He's
I got
not
a Trojan
really a
under my collar.
dog.
He think he is.
And now he'd have took both paws, bit it off with his teeth, and rolled it on. Dogs don't use condoms, Shirley.
He's a man, okay?
Shh, ha, ha, ha. Now, you obviously keeping the baby. So now, I don't know. You have to tell this man it's his baby. You do not have to have sex with him again. But if you're going to have the child should know his father. It's just what you're going to need to do is supervise visits. Because you're going to go over there and get your baby one day and your baby going to be in the kennel.
Damn, dog.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, no, I'm just telling you, if he think he a dog, where's this going?
The baby is part of a litter like a puppy? That's how, no.
He gonna name the dog Scooby for sure.
Y'all don't know where this is going. Now,
Oh my God.
so since this is going to happen, I'm thinking something like, we got to get a name.
Yeah.
And I think we need to name this baby something that's kind of going to make him happy, but kind of remind you of what you're dealing with.
Oh God.
Like if your name is Landis, your last name is Landis, maybe you can name the baby Rover Landis. Maybe if your last name is Johnson, maybe the baby name can be Skippy Johnson.
Skippy.
Oh.
I hate you.
Yeah, I hate it.
Your last name Thompson, maybe we can name the baby Bow.
Huh?
Bow.
B-O-W?
How about Buddy? Buddy is a good dog name, but sound like
Buddy.
people name. But dog names that sound like people name.
Here, buddy.
Scotty. Scotty. A lot of people name their dog Scotty.
Yeah.
If it's a girl, Lassie.
Lassie Landis?
I'm just trying to come up with some names.
Lassie Landis.
Lassie Landis. That's kind of sexy.
Here, girl.
You know.
Terrible. Y'all calling somebody or calling the
I don't
dog.
like any of you guys.
I know, but you got to do stuff like you got to compensate because there's nothing I can do about this here. But if you sleep with a man with all this going on, you got to be out your mind.
Yeah.
You know, you come up with stuff like, maybe if it's a little girl like Trixie, Houndsworth.
Houndsworth Land.
Houndsworth Jackson. Houndsworth Tomlin. Something in there.
So far, I like Skippy and Lassie.
I like Lassie.
Buddy. I like Buddy.
I like Buddy.
Beagle Jackson.
This is crazy right here.
Yeah.
That's nasty.
All right, listen. You can email us or Instagram us your thoughts on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM. Or you can check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Now, coming up at 46 after the hour, some sports talk with the fellas. The Lakers get Anthony Davis Jr.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, we'll talk about it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Junior, come on. Tell us about this Anthony Davis trade to the Lakers. What is that about?
Yeah, well, let's just say, first of all, that the Laker bandwagon just got so much bigger.
Wow.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Steve, didn't you call this one, too? You called this one, didn't you?
Well, I said the only way this would work is if Anthony Davis somehow goes to the Lakers. I was surprised, though, that it happened this soon. And what did they give up, Junior?
Oh, they gave up Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, along with 3 first-round draft picks, and including the number 4 pick they had this year. All of that.
Wow.
All of
That's
that.
a lot, man.
For Anthony Davis.
But is that worth it? Is that worth
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, it might
Yeah.
Oh,
be.
yeah.
Good trade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is a game changer immediately. I don't care who you get in the draft. Ain't finna be no immediately. Now they'll be better than they was last year. The Pelicans gonna be a good team.
What's Anthony Davis? What's so good about him? I have no
Everything.
idea.
Oh,
Everything.
he's good, sir.
He does everything. He got post game. He got go to the rack game. He block shots, play defense, and he can shoot the long ball. Which I'm tired of these damn 7-footers out here shooting 28%. Man, get your ass in the basket, shoot 60%, and give us 2. And create an option so they can't live out there at the 3-point line.
I do have a question. The Ball brothers' daddy is very unhappy. What are we gonna do about that?
He gonna be unhappy in New Orleans. That way he
Well-
gonna be
They gone, because they gone.
They
huh?
gone.
First of all, I think the conversation with him and Magic calmed him down. After he met with Magic, I think Magic got the brother to calm down because the Ball brother daddy went somewhere and sat down after that. You ain't really heard from him. And I think maybe his son got to him too, or the wife. Somebody got to him, but he got out the picture. He cannot resurface in New Orleans because New Orleans ain't the same press as L.A.
You better get you some gumbo and sit your ass down. That's what you do.
That's some bread pudding.
And sit your
I
ass
like
down.
Alonzo Ball, man. I like him. He's a great guy, and he can ball. But he's a great guy.
Well, there it is, Junior, huh?
There it is.
LeBron James is happy. He posted too.
What did he say? Oh, did he?
Let's go, bro.
Now,
Ash TV.
is Kyrie possible to be going there too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
If Kyrie goes to L.A. right now, the Lakers will win a title.
Showtime.
And I will be back to caring
will be
about
showtime.
basketball in the playoffs because LeBron will be in it.
All right. Well, thank you,
Yeah.
guys. Thank you, Junior. Coming up at the top of the hour, we'll hear from J Anthony Brown. We'll get an update from him right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
in case members of our audience don't know, Jay, why don't you tell them what's going on with you?
I'm dealing with early stages of leukemia. I'm getting chemo once a month and 3 times out of the week. 3 weeks out of the month, you got to flush your system out. But my attitude from the day I found out that I had it was that I was definitely not going to come in here or not walk around with a down and a dead attitude. I just was not going to do that. I just decided that I'm going to deal with this head on.
And you
this
have.
Is the way I did, and I have. And I have ran into people who say, "Man, well, you making jokes about leukemia." This is how I'm dealing with it. This is what I'm doing. This is the way I'm going to deal with it. I'm a comedian.
Yeah.
I am a comedian. I've been married 3 times. Leukemia can't get me. It is not. There's no way. There is no way it can touch me.
Jay.
So it's 3. We got it.
What, man?
Jay,
What?
Jay, you've been married more than 3 times.
Now he lying about that, Steve.
No, I just want to remind him. Now he
Okay.
forgot about. Okay.
And I survived that. that. Do you in your right mind think that leukemia can take me away from here? There's no way. There's no way. I like to also do a special shout out to the doctor, and I might be saying his name wrong, Dr. Nasir, who's over at the Cedars-Sinai Hospital, who's a very good hands-on type doctor. And I got to tell Junie this because in the clinic that I go to, there's also a couple people over there who are getting treated for sickle cell. Now, the other day, I'm getting dripped up, right? I'm in my room. And 3D sickle cell.
Dripped up.
Yeah,
Chemo?
That's what we call it. That's what we call it. Dripped
Chemo?
up. When you
Okay.
get your chemo. Yeah, you have your bag of chemo. You get your stuff in there. And 3D sickle cell people come in my room. And they got a little attitude. They said, we don't like the way you talk to Junior because we sickle cell people. I'm like, if y'all don't get y'all asses up out my room.
While I'm dripping up.
Yeah, while I'm dripping. So, Junior, call your people off, man. They all in good spirits. They actually like the way that you and I go back and forth and deal with it. Junior has the same attitude. I've never seen Junior down or sad about anything.
But
and
sickle cell
sickle cell is that type of disease. You can be sad or you can be happy, and I chose to be positive.
Well,
Is that right,
let me
Junior?
ask you, Jay, is there anyone who is upset about the way you're handling it, or is everybody cool with the way? Because
Well,
I
there
know
are
Everybody ain't cool.
No, everybody ain't cool. No, but that's with anything you deal with.
Yeah.
Anything you just there gonna be people that are not happy with no matter what it is you deal with. You
Bruh,
shouldn't
that's the
talk about
truth,
death
man.
like that. You shouldn't talk about divorce like that. Or you
Right.
shouldn't talk about drugs like that.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. You're gonna get a group of people that dislike you for whatever decision you choose to be in.
Right.
I
And that ain't no lie, man, because
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Did you all know that O.J. Simpson is now on Twitter?
Yes, I saw it.
And he announced it. And one of the things he said at the end was, yeah, I'm on Twitter. Just want y'all to know I'm on it now. I'm coming with it. And just to let you know, I got a little getting even I got to do. Boy, the first comment on his page was a dude said, OJ, you don't know how this social media sugar honey iced tea work, do you?
Yes.
Buckle up, partner. And buddy, they lit him up.
The best one was, I see you on social media. Go ahead, OJ. Take a stab at it.
Yeah, I've been reading it.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
One of the dudes said, hey man, I need OJ, can I call you? I got a little I need a little marital advice.
Man.
Dog, his whole page is they just doing him. 2 comments. Excuse me, are you all familiar what he was acquitted by a jury of his peers? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they know that.
Yeah.
That ain't what social media do though.
How he's on Twitter.
We ain't on that jury.
Yeah.
But you know, he done looked at Trump and now he want to get on Twitter. Bro, that's the dumbest decision. When he gonna learn? Go sit your ass down somewhere. You out again.
Yeah.
You out again.
There's so many memes on him.
Yeah.
OJ.
Yeah.
It's
We'll be back,
overload.
y'all, right after this. Stay with us.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
What up, everybody? It's your boy James Brown for the Steve Harvey Morning Show, the J-Spot Comedy Club, 5581 West Manchester Avenue. The Lunel Show is sold out for Taco Tuesday. Sold out for Taco Tuesday. But you can get tickets for next week to see my girl, Barbara Carlisle, baby. Barbara Carlisle. And remember, your boy's hot sauce is on Amazon. Go to Amazon.com to check out my hot sauce, baby. It's the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Watch out there now.
All right, so Junior, how did Tampa go for you this weekend?
Can I tell y'all that this was an amazing weekend in Tampa? First of all, let's thank 95.7 The Beat. They were gracious. I mean, we had, Queen B, my man Jimmy O. We had a great time. Went to 3 different Walmart locations. They just turned me loose in the store. All this for Walmart. I'm on the intercom. I did everything.
I saw you post you singing a Jodeci song. I saw that.
I'm singing Jodeci all in Walmart. I'm selling phones in Walmart. So we went to 3 different Walmarts. We went to Largo, we went to Clearwater, and we went to Newport Richey Walmart, man. We had a great time, and thank y'all so much. And I really love Tampa area. It is beautiful over here, man. They got some money out here.
And they love us.
They ain't no have money like that.
Yeah. Tampa, I love Tampa.
And they love us. And thanks for that love. Yeah.
Oh, they did.
All right. Well, congratulations, Junior. I'm glad you had a good time. We'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up right after this at 33 after the hour.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
So, Steve, you were out at the mentoring camp over the weekend. How was that?
Well, Friday night we did the VIP sponsorship event. And I'd had these, the 4 Washingtons, and they had wrote a jingle for Chick-fil-A.
Oh, wow.
And the
4 Washingtons. Okay, go ahead.
We didn't need you to repeat it. Go ahead, Steve.
I had them on my show, on my talk show.
On your talk show,
So I surprised them and said, I'm bringing y'all to the mentoring camp, and so you can go to the Chick-fil-A ranch. I flew them down there Friday night, and they met, and then they came up and they sang the whole Chick-fil-A song. Chick-fil-A.
I didn't know they had a song.
No, the kids wrote it.
Oh.
They made up
the
a jingle.
Washingtons
They created.
Oh, dog, you ought to download it and play it this morning.
Okay.
But then I got to messing around with them after they sung, and I said, man, that's my jam. It only take us black people to write a song about chicken. And the kids picked it up and started singing it right away, and I got in it.
Uh-oh.
I got in it, my favorite thing to do. Fried and sauteed, smothered in gravy, chicken with rice on the side, chicken with little collard greens too, chicken with macaroni and cheese, chicken, give it to me anyway, chicken, long I get my chicken, I'll be alright, chicken with just a little bit, chicken. Take it down, children. Chicken. Now give me half of that. Chicken. Own it to yourself now. So they had sang the whole song, you know, and then it ended, and I was just saying, boy, just take black people write a song about chicken. Because that's how fond we are. I said, you know, why it look like you got a problem, Jay?
Yeah, what's wrong, Jay?
Well, I mean, it's a nice song and everything. I've sung maybe 9,000 songs about all different types of subjects. I can't get him to sing one damn song with me. But here come the kids singing about chicken. He jump his ass right in. It's cool. No,
when you gonna sing a song with Jay?
No.
Jay, he did a collabo. He did a collabo.
He ain't had to give him no sheet music or nothing. He just put it with the butter, chicken, beans and rice. I'm like, okay.
You can't even have no chicken, huh, Jay?
I tell you
what?
Since you sick.
What? What? And what?
I'm going to go ahead
No,
and do one.
Jesus, and Jesus. All right, coming up, we'll have our last break of the day and, of course, some closing remarks from the one and only Steve Harvey right after this at 49 after the hour.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, here we are. Last break of the day. It's been an exciting weekend for you. The mentoring camp is over now. What's your next project? And then leave us with some closing remarks.
Well, back to work and produce it and, make some announcements shortly about what's going on career-wise. But probably won't do that, though. And let people, in on a couple of things. Possibly not. That's it. I've learned.
Did you answer the question?
I tell him.
No, I'm not going to answer the question because you know what? Like Jay said when he was talking about his illness, I don't care how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
They got something to say about it.
No matter what you do.
It's really sad, man, because when you watch social media, which is going to be part of my closing remark today, but I'm going to put a positive spin on it. It is amazing, man, the opportunities that people take to say what they consider the most damaging thing that they can possibly say about another person that they don't even know.
Yeah.
And I've never seen such a place that has such an outpouring of ill will towards their fellow man. And you can often tell what color the person is by the type of remark. And then if you go to their page, it's private. Or they got 80 followers. They just on there just tagging people. So it's become really sad. But here's a good thing. Let me say this to you. Here's the beauty of it. Yesterday, which was Father's Day, there was some rays of hope all over the place because so many people took to social media to do something good with it. I watched people do something really good with it in the devastating loss of this young brother, Nipsey Hussle. I watched the outpouring of social media come to his aid and benefit. But on Father's Day yesterday, man, it was like really cool because there were so many people, man, who said something righteous about their fathers. And today I just wanted to take a moment to thank all the fathers out there for being fathers. I had a long talk with some brothers this weekend to start a move, some very, very important people, very famous people. We're trying to get it together to make the announcement, but there's so many fathers incarcerated who back there dying, man, because they can't be in contact with their kids and their loved ones. And, it's really sad how people go, well, they shouldn't have did what they did. The fact that I'm telling you that they back there dying, wish they could have made another decision, wish they could be forgiven, wish they could be there, wish they could turn back the hands and make another decision. All of that's still in effect. But the fact that they're back there dying and hurting about it is what I'm talking about. Father's Day was Sunday. On Monday, a dear friend of mine's brother who's incarcerated, son was murdered while he was incarcerated. So they filed a petition to allow him to go to his son's funeral. And of course, it was denied. You ain't going nowhere. You know what the man said to my partner? He said, it was his brother whose son had been murdered. He said to my partner, he said, man, you know what, man? I just need a hug from somebody that loves me, man. That's all I want right now. That's all the man wanted from prison, was somebody to put their arms around him that loved him. He said, I ain't felt that in 12 years. Man, that crushed me. And then Father's Day came, and he ain't a father no more. His son is gone. And he was writing letters to his son just telling him, man, I don't want you to do what I did. But he wasn't there. So, and things happened. And I was just thinking, man, of how many good men are locked away who are fathers. How many daughters don't get to see their daddies. How many sons don't get to see their daddies because they're incarcerated. but they still good people, man. They good fathers. They were okay in the father department. They made a decision, but they were really okay in the father department. You know, you could be good at one thing and not be good at another. But we so quick to rush to judgment, man, and then we just throw these people away and we act like it don't affect. But when a person's incarcerated, the whole family's affected. Everybody's affected. The children are forever affected. If they have kids, their grandkids get affected. The woman is affected. The parents are affected. The siblings are affected. It's a trickle down. So it's a lot of good brothers in prison, man, that we want to try to do something for. We want to put this plan and implement it. But I was just wanting to take the time out, man, to say to all the fathers out there that's doing it the right way, man, I appreciate you. I just appreciate you, man, because I know how hard it is to be a father. It's a hard job. Now, this ain't comparing it to motherhood. That ain't what I'm doing. I'm just talking about fathers for a minute. I think there's nothing more special than a mother, but the fathers that's out here that's doing it right, man, congratulations. Right on. Right on, man. Keep on being soldiers. Keep doing what you got to do. You're making a difference, man. Don't stop. I don't care how hard it gets, don't stop. I don't care if you break up with her, don't stop. If you and the mama don't make it, don't stop. Because you matter, man. You really, really do. Thank you to all the fathers out there. Happy Father's Day, for real.
Drop it.
Y'all have a great weekend, man.
Monday morning.
I have nothing.
I ain't
Monday
lied to you.
after Father's Day. I love
I'm looking forward to it already.
Yeah.
Me too, though, while you playing.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.